Well, good morning, 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 good morning to each and every one of you. Linda, good to see you this morning. We are grateful and thankful to God for each and every one of you who are here with us on today. We are thankful um, that we're ahead of the storm that is on the way. And we're just trying to figure out what's what. Um, Not really sure what exactly is going on to the south of us. Is going to be predominantly ice. It's going to be overwhelmingly treacherous to the north. Where we are is supposed to be snow. But the issue is, and this is what we have to look at, excuse me, is the temperature. Minister Sarah, Chaplain Hearns, Cecile, bless your heart for being here. So we got our eyes and ears open for everything to figure out how we gonna do what we gonna do. Hey Shirley, how are you? Rhonda, and just thanks for sharing, Cecile. Stephanie, bless you. And I'm just I don't know. I don't know. I get here to the church. Hey Barbara Vernice, the boiler done went out again. Um So it's amazing, Tamika, how the Lord speaks and says, "Why don't you try doing this, 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 this?" Because what's happening is in the boiler, in the boiler room. How much snow? Uh, Between 6 to 8 inches of snow between Sunday and Monday. Deborah, bless you. Cora, good to see you. Thank you, Iris. I appreciate that. Minister Faye, and thanks, Deborah, for sharing. It's going to be below zero starting tomorrow. Um, Saturday and Sunday are going to be ridiculously frigid. So I have an installation service to do on Saturday. It's at 1 o'clock. So by the grace of God, I can go down there, do that, and be back home. And thank you for sharing. And I don't know. And we're not going to get it as bad as other areas are. Isn't that amazing? Thanks for sharing. I appreciate that. Okay. Texas is getting ready to get hit pretty hard with ice over the weekend. So, Floetta, bless you. Laverne, good to see you. What hospital were you in? And so we just praying that you stay well. And so in the midst of this, again, fix the boiler again. People's heater is out. Folk need to go someplace to stay warm. Shelters are opening. Sylvia Scott, bless you. Dr. James, bless you for being here. And so, yeah, Texas is basically going to shut down. It's like 8 states. Okay, I'll get in touch with you soon, Shirley. Dr. Pamela, bless you. Dr. Floretta, thank you for being here. I don't know what to do, so I'm not going to do anything. And we're just going to go from there and see what happens and take it from there. And we shall see what we shall see. But I'm going to put it like this, Veronica, good to have you. Good to have you. Rosabelle, thank you. Praying that all of you are staying warm. Temperatures are going to begin to start dropping tonight. And my friend John Fitzhugh, good to have you here, sir. Sister Cynthia Thomas, bless your heart. How are you coming along? Praying that you're doing better. And I'm just hey elder, I'm just praying I know a person. Well, they've already called somebody, but you can inbox me the number. We don't want everybody to have the number because there's crazy people out here. So just inbox it to me. Ella May, Valerie, good to see you here. Well, let me go ahead and get started. Contentment. Contentment. Charlesetta, good to see you here. I got it. I'm just trying to keep your pipes, keep them trickling, slow run, because they will fruit. We had this happen to us a couple of years ago, and it was cataclysmic, and we're trying to make sure it doesn't happen again. How can I stay content? Carolyn, bless your heart. How can I stay content? Mary, good to see you, dear. Pray you're feeling better. How can I be content when ain't nothing working out? What do I do? How do I manage this? How do I move my way through life without losing my mind? When everything is well, contentment is easy. When everything is in place, contentment is not difficult to manage or to maneuver. But when the bottom falls out and everything goes crazy, including you are at the edge of losing your mind. I'm Floetta, I understand. Okay. Shelly, good to have you here. And so, Charlesetta, did I get it right? I have to check with you to make sure. How do I not sink into depression? How can I, hey Sabrina, how can I not go into a situation whereby, all right, that's what I want to hear, that doesn't cause me, Lavonda, to think crazy, ridiculously, or think in ways of not walking by faith. And faith is always challenged. I don't care who you are, faith is always challenged. Well, Job does something in Job 1:20 and 21 that I think is probably one of the greatest challenges that we could ever have, that we could ever deal with when it comes down to everything falling apart. In case y'all don't know the story of Job, Job was rich. Job had abundance. He prayed for his family. God blessed him tremendously. He's probably one of the richest men known at that time. His reputation is known not just for his riches, but his relationship, his religion, his consistent walk with God. And this is an amazing thing that we've really got to look at sometimes, and we got to do this in such a way, Thea, that we understand it clearly, because bad things will happen to good people. Ethel, bless you. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you more than you know. Job was minding his own business. I need to do, because when I went back over this, I said, oh my God, I got to share this. Job was minding his own business. Good, Alicia. The Finneys are on here. Lisa, good to see y'all. He was, matter of fact, let's look at this. Job worshiped God. Job interceded for his family to make sure that if they were out of line in any way, shape, form, or fashion, his prayers would cover them. Job never took credit for the amount of wealth that he had accumulated. Job understood that the position that he had attained was not because of his goodness, but because of God's grace toward him. Teach, Pastor. I'm doing the best I know how because I'm working with what I got to work with. In the midst of this, Shirley, what many of us need to recognize and to understand is that you can be where everything, the bills are paid, the kids are sane, the grandkids got good sense, your neighbors are friendly, your coworkers are speaking to you, and then in the next 10 to 15 minutes, everything can fall apart. What do you do? And what do you do when there's nobody around to console you? Yeah, done lost his crops. He's lost his Linda. He lost his family. He's lost everything that he has, and now his faith, his health is deteriorating. And the woman who has been the beneficiary of his walk with God, blessed him with children, all of that kind of stuff. First thing she says, why don't you just curse God and die? The person who should have been right there and said, you know what? We're going to make it through this. And let's not be real critical of her, because the truth of the matter is, if someone that we really love is in that condition, we don't want them to stay in that condition. But you got to remember, Job's condition was not changing, but escalating in worse condition. But isn't it good to know that when you know what you should know and operate in what you should operate in? Job did something in chapter 1, verse 20. It says, and he tore his robe, which is a sign of grief, shaved his head, which is a sign of sorrow, fell down to the ground and worshiped. Oh, okay. Let's. He didn't praise. He didn't ask. He worshiped. If you understand what worship is, in the midst of the verbiage that came out of Job's mouth, he acknowledged the greatness of his God while he's in calamity. Lord, how many of us, if we went through something not even close to that horrific, would bow down and worship? What do? We complain, we gripe, we then compare ourselves to other people. Remember, we talked about that in one of the other lessons. We want to know, why is it me? Why am I going through this? Why is this happening to me? This isn't fair. This isn't right. Because I've been, not realizing, Katrina Harris, not realizing that none of us have kept our word to God all the time. None of us have trusted in him like we should. None of us have kept what we said we were going to do. And yet still, in the midst of us lying to God and not providing what say we're going to do, God yet still. Do I have a yet still blessed person out here? Because I know that's me. I don't need nobody else to testify for me. I know there's been moments in my life where I told God I was going to do stuff. I ain't do it. Okay. I didn't do it at all. As a matter of fact, in the midst of that, he still blesses me. Are there any yet blessed folk out here in the midst of everything that you've done wrong, everything that you said wrong, everything that you moved in the wrong direction? You got up this morning. Oh my God. Gelada, we got up this morning in our right mind. And yet still, I'm just wondering, how many of us told God thank you this morning because we're still breathing on our own? How many of us told God we appreciate it because, you know what, last night I didn't pray. Last night I didn't talk to you. I was doing some other stuff and I fell asleep. And then in the midst of all of my slumber and my sleep, I yet still forgot to tell you for how you brought me through the other day. And then when I got up this morning, I took it. I'm supposed to be here. He bows down. He bows down with his face to the ground and talks about how great his God is. How many of us can talk about his greatness in the midst of calamity? How many of us can talk about his joy, his peace, his provision in the midst of lack? How many of us, Sandra, how many of us can actually say, it is well with my soul? And it's more than a song, and it's more than a cliche. And so in the midst of this, Nancy, in the midst of this, he bows down. He acknowledges his position, but he gets in position. He gets in position. He postures himself, recognizing that everything he has, is, and shall be comes from the grace of God. He postures himself by letting it be known in no uncertain term, he's a great God. Tomorrow, I'm going to go into verse 21. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about what how do you do? Ayana, I sense something is happening in the atmosphere. This is day 16. We've been praying for families. We've been praying for governments. I think it's time for us to pray about our attitudes. I think it's time for us to develop a spirit of gratefulness. I think it's time for us to quit asking God for stuff and start blessing his name for who he is. Listen, y'all. Listen, y'all. Listen. The weather is going to get worse. It's going to get colder. There's going to be a ton of snow coming toward the weekend, sometime Sunday night or whatever. Please take care of yourself and look out for each other. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. I see here we're having trouble streaming to Facebook again. It's always something. May God bless you. May keep is our prayer.